My name is Jake Wilson, and this is the story of how I met Marcus Johnson, my best friend, my brother, and one of the most important people in my life. Our friendship began on the first day of college in Chicago, a city filled with endless energy, opportunities, and sometimes harsh realities. But more than anything, our story is about trust, respect, and breaking down barriers. I grew up in a quiet small town in Ohio, a place where everyone knew your name and life moved at a slower pace. I was always a little shy and unsure about what the future would hold. When the day came to leave home and start college in the big city, I felt a mix of excitement and fear. Chicago was so different, louder, faster, and far less familiar than the hometown I left behind. Marcus, on the other hand, was a Chicago native through and through. He grew up on the South Side, a neighborhood known for its close-knit community but also for the struggles it faced. Despite the challenges around him, Marcus carried himself with a quiet confidence and a warm smile that made you feel instantly at ease. He wasn't just another face in the crowd, he was someone who knew who he was and where he was headed. Our paths crossed on that first week of college in the campus library. I was fumbling through the shelves, trying to find a book for my American history class, when Marcus walked up and asked if I needed help. That simple offer of kindness marked the beginning of a friendship I never expected but now can't imagine my life without. We quickly realized we had more in common than just the stress of college life. Both of us were far from perfect. Both of us carried the weight of family expectations, and both of us were searching for a place to belong. But what made our friendship special was how we learned to see beyond skin color and background, to truly understand and support each other as individuals. Marcus came from a family that had known hardship. His mother worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table, and his older brother was trying to stay clear of trouble in a neighborhood that didn't always make it easy. Yet Marcus never let any of this define him. Instead, he focused on education, using it as a tool to carve out a better future for himself and those he loved. I was raised in a different world, middle class, comfortable, but often feeling invisible in a sea of new faces. My parents had high hopes for me, pushing me to succeed, but I sometimes doubted if I could meet their expectations. Marcus helped me see that worth isn't measured by grades or money, but by character and kindness. Our days at college were filled with long lectures, late-night study sessions, and the usual ups and downs of young adulthood. But as much as we dealt with assignments and exams, the real challenges came from outside the classroom. Marcus sometimes faced prejudice that stung deep, casual dismissals, unfair assumptions, and moments that reminded us both of the hard realities people still live with. One afternoon, Marcus confided in me about a painful experience. He had applied for an internship at a prestigious company downtown, something he had dreamed of for years. But after waiting weeks, he received a rejection letter with no clear explanation. It hit him hard. We spent that evening talking through his feelings. I could see the hurt and frustration in his eyes, but what stood out was his refusal to give up. Instead of letting that rejection define him, Marcus doubled down on his efforts. Together, we updated his resume, rehearsed interviews, and looked for new opportunities. Watching Marcus navigate that challenge taught me so much about resilience and dignity. He didn't let bitterness take root, he chose hope and hard work instead. And I was proud to stand by him, offering whatever support I could. But our friendship wasn't just about struggles. It was filled with laughter, shared dreams, and simple joys. Marcus introduced me to Chicago's vibrant culture, jazz music, soulful food spots, and community events that made the city feel like home. I brought him to my family's modest apartment in the suburbs, where he was welcomed like one of us. One summer, we decided to escape the city's chaos and visit a quiet lake town a few hours away. Those days were some of the best I've ever known. We spent mornings fishing, afternoons hiking, and evenings around a campfire talking about life. It was a chance to breathe, dream, and simply be ourselves. As we grew closer, we began to understand the deeper meaning of friendship. It wasn't just about fun or shared interests, it was about loyalty, standing up for one another, and breaking down the walls that divide us. Marcus was family to me, and I tried my best to be the brother he deserved. Graduation came faster than we expected. Standing on the stage, tossing our caps into the air, I felt a swell of pride, not just for what we had achieved, but for the bond that had carried us through. Marcus was heading to graduate school, and I was starting a job at a nonprofit. We promised to keep supporting each other, no matter where life took us. Our story isn't unique, but it's important. It's a reminder that friendship can cross any boundary, that understanding and respect can change hearts, and that when we stand together, we can overcome almost anything. If there's one thing I want you to take from this, it's that real friendship is about seeing the person beneath the surface, their hopes, struggles, and dreams, and walking beside them, through every challenge and every triumph. Marcus changed my life, and I hope I changed his. Because that's what brothers do.